All right. So this is showing us our second assignment for module 23 for guitar. So your job is to be able to match the notes on the treble clef with the notes on the guitar. And I have a few steps to help you get to that point on this assignment. Make sure you do recognize how high or low or particular pitch name is. Okay, so there are multiple pitches on different spots on the treble clef that have the same pitch name, like it's a C, but there's one that's high and one that's low. So on the first part of this document, it has all the resources that you will need to reference while you work, and the second part and the second page of the assignment has questions number 1 through 32. So this first bit, this is showing a representation of the strings and frets using a chromatic scale, and it's highlighting the first, and it's highlighting it on the first part. And then where these pinches land on the treble clef. All right, so the second half of this one, guys, is showing it on the treble clef, its specific spot, whether it's a sharp or flat. And then it shows you where your finger goes. Those dots show where the finger goes, and then the color of the string there shows which particular string it is. And that is a very handy reference for all things with the guitar on picking out melodies. So the next figure shows the strings of the guitar from the lowest to the highest. So that means from the closest to your face when you're playing to further away. The lowest string is the first string. Notice how the tab, the second set of horizontal lines, shows the number on the line that represents that string. So this E, any number that lands on that bottom string, that's the low E string. And then here on the second one, this is where we see the A. Anything on that second string from the bottom, that's on the A string. Okay, the zeros mean that it's the open string, and the pitches that we see up here are written out as a 0 down here because these are the open strings. The low E is written like that on tab, or written like this on the treble clef. Let's get up to the D, because this is where we get to where we work with it more. So open strings there, first, second, third, fourth, sixth string. E, A, D, G, B, E are the names of the strings from the bottom, or the lowest string up to the highest string. And then this one right here, this resource is showing you for all of the notes on the treble clef that we work with and that we have been working with, where they are on the tabs. This is showing all of our naturals, no sharps, no flats. Doesn't matter if it has the natural or nothing on it. It's just the regular note. Okay, so the low C is played on the second string. You see there on the third fret. Okay, so the A string, third fret. The D is played on the D string, open, nothing pressed down on the frets. Then the E is, at least this E right here, we also have the high E and the low E down there. But this E in the middle of everything, that's actually played on the D string. See how it's still on the same string as the D before? Second fret. Then the F is played on the third fret. G is the open string G. A is on the second fret of the G string. Then we have the B. That's the open string of the B string. And the C is the first fret. The D is the third fret of that open D string. Up here it's showing you where these particular Ds are, right? So this is the high D on the third fret of the B string, and we have the low D that is on the open D string. Okay, then you have E, high E as an open string, then the high E string first fret is an F, high E string third fret is a G, and high E string fifth fret would be that high A. Okay, so this is where you get into what you need to do for the assignment. so we have the frets, and you need to take a look at the tab. And the blank provided, write which string each pitch on the tab shows. So on number 1, it shows the A string. So on number 1, we have a number on the second fret. Sorry, second string. Remember, the lowest string is E, second string is A. So on the A string is where this one is. So it is asking for this right here to show an A. Okay, so I write the answer right there on the A. And then on number 2, that one is a D string on the third string there. So that one is the D. Okay. Those are the 2 examples that I'm going to show you how to do it. If you have further questions on that, make sure you are emailing me or typing in the chat in a Zoom. All right. Now this next one is asking for the string and fret does each pitch on the tab show. So for number 9, it's showing the open D string. This is the 0 on the D string. So that one is just the D because that's what the tab is showing us. The second one, this is on the 3rd fret of the A string. So I say A, fret 3. Okay, and that's how I write it, just the numbers, A3. And those are the 2 examples that I'm going to show on this one, but it follows along with that same pattern. And then number 17, you need to make sure you know where it's at on the treble clef. So this one is on the 2nd line of the treble clef. I find the note up here that's on the 2nd line of the treble clef, and then I read the fret like I just did for numbers 9 through 16. I read the tab there and figure out which string and which fret it's showing us. So this one is the open G string. So number 17, I just write a G because that's on the open G string. Number 18 is on the bottom line. So the bottom line, that one is right here with the E, and I see it on the 3rd string. So that's Eddie 8 Dynamite, the D string, 2nd fret. So on number 18, I know that it's on the D string on the 2nd fret, and that's how I play that E there. Okay. And those are the examples of it. Numbers 17 through 32 are the same as our assignment 1. I realized after we did it, based on some of the questions that people had, that I needed to step back a bit and make sure that we do know how to read the tabs, like I'm asking you to do on number 9 through 16, which also means, do you know which string each tab is asking you about? So that's numbers 1 through 8. 1 through 8 should be easy. Number 9 through 16 should be fairly easy, a little less easy. Then 17 through 32 is asking you the meat of what we need. Okay, and it's, if you miss the first assignment, by the time you get to 17 through 32 on this one, you should be doing much better on the first assignment if you need to go back and redo it or fix anything on it.